Hello, friends. This is gonna be my weekly check-in for week 9. I cannot believe we're on week 9. Sorry if this video is really dark. I'm in my car and it's like about to be 8, but I just finished my artist date and I figured I would just check in already and not like put it off until later tonight, because I think when I get home I'm gonna cook some dinner and then I'm probably going to that's better. I'm probably gonna cook some dinner, gonna watch The Last of Us because I just started that today and the new season comes out tomorrow. Let's see if I can binge it. That's probably not good for my brain, but I love it so far. I'm 2 episodes in, so let's see. But yeah, week 9. Week 9 was recovering a sense of compassion. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Number 1. How many days this week did you do your morning pages? Regarding your U-turns, have you allowed yourself a shift towards compassion, at least on the page? How many days did I do my pages? 7 out of 7. You already know. And then regarding your U-turns. Okay, so let me explain to you guys what a creative U-turn is. Creative U-turns are pretty much just failures or mistakes creatively. And let me see if I can get the definition of it here. Many recovering artists become so threatened that they make U-turns and sabotage. Okay, those of us addicted to sympathy in the place of creativity can become increasingly threatened as we become increasingly functional. Many recovering artists become so threatened that they make U-turns and sabotage themselves. Ooh. Yeah, so specifically self-sabotaging failures or self-sabotage resulting from a failure, like if you fail, or in your eyes if you fail, because failure I think is pretty subjective. Then you like go and quit, or you know, things like that. I think I have been allowing myself some more compassion. I think I've made a note to just be more patient with myself and more patient in general. If you've been following this journey with me, then you know that patience is something that I've struggled with. And I feel like this week hasn't been like a week of me forgiving myself for like old things or just like showing compassion for myself in terms of like past mistakes. Actually, a little bit, yeah. This week I started on a new creative journey, and I don't want to share too much because it's still super fresh, but I'm super excited to see where this takes me in my music, and I feel like I've got like one foot on the path, you know, like I've taken the first step. I'm on the yellow brick road. Before, I had no road in front of me. I didn't know what I was doing, and as you guys know, I quit my job. I kind of like have given this thing a go for real, and this is the first lead that's like caught on. And it's something that has stuck. I've seen a lot of progress over the past week and have made a huge leap in the right direction. So I think that I have compassion for myself, for past versions of myself that kind of rushed through my creative process, that didn't sit there and just bask in every moment and take in the journey of creating. I think that before I would rush through creating so that I can have a finished product, versus now I'm in a place of just, I want to just have fun making music, and I just want to have the best time creating, and I want to enjoy every moment. I don't want to think about when things were going to come out, or who I'm going to be working with in the future, or how I'm going to get there, or what. Like, I am done thinking that way, and this week has shown me that. I feel like the reasons why I decided to take a leap of faith on myself and take a chance on myself are finally grounding and like actualizing, and it's made me realize how unnecessary my impatience was, because there was actually something to learn in that time, and like rest to be had, conversations to be had. My mind changed a billion times. I wasn't meant to go in the direction that I thought I was going at the beginning of this journey, at the beginning of the the artist way. I like, so much has changed in my creative direction, that I'm just super grateful for, and I needed time to figure it out, you know? So I'm allowing myself compassion by not rushing myself. I'm allowing myself compassion by being patient, understanding why I was impatient, and not beating myself up of like, wow, like, look, you made such a big deal out of nothing. Like, to me, it was a huge deal. This is everything to me. This is the biggest deal, you know? I know why I've been freaking out, and I know why I've wanted the thing, but my sense of compassion is allowing me to like rest easy, knowing that the thing is on its way. It's here. I can see it now. And I always knew that it would come. I always knew that one day it's going to be my time to shine, you know? Like, those are things that I just know. And so I don't have to rush anything. I don't have to like stay on my toes and kind of like just be anxious about anything or overthinking anything. And it's honestly really trickling into like other facets of my life too. Like, I'm not questioning so much of any other facets of my life. I'm just allowing things to be, because I know that God has told me I'm going to be okay. I know that I'm going to be provided for and protected, and I know that things are going to work out for me. I know what I know at the end of the day, if that makes sense. And I know what God has told me. I feel like I'm starting to see the promise slowly but surely. And I'm grateful that it's coming in that way, so I can soak up every moment, so I can be super present and learn from my past mistakes, you know? Everything comes in perfect timing, and there's no point in fighting it or wondering if you're gonna miss it or whatever. That's not how life works, you know? So I'm having more compassion for myself. Yes, I am. The second question is, did you do your artist date this week? Have you kept the emphasis on fun? What did you do and how did it feel? Well, I've kept the emphasis on fun when it comes to like my creative work. When it came to my artist date, I had fun though. It was quick. It was cool. I went to a record store in Brooklyn, and it felt really awesome. It was like a lot of vintage records, which I didn't expect, but I'm glad that I went there, because a lot of the time when I go record shopping, it's kind of just like what's like the latest stuff that's out, but there were so many records there, like, and just like deep cuts, like 99% of the artists there I had never ever heard of. So I actually brought in a record they like buy, sell, and exchange records. So I brought in, I used to own, up until like 5 minutes ago, I owned MGMT Congratulations. Sorry to the members of MGMT if you're watching this. I bought that record when I was like 16 because I thought I was being cool and like picking out an MGMT deep cut, and I don't think I spun that once, but it was really cute. I thought I was being cool and like corked up because I was like, oh yeah, like nobody knows this record. Me included. I did not know the record. Guys, don't be a poser. Just don't do it. Anyways, I picked out this record because it's super cute. I've never heard of it, so I hope I like it, because if I just traded a record I didn't like for this one, then I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. But the cover art is super cute. Let me take it out of the sleeve. Hold on. It's called Fantasy of a Broken Heart by Feats of Engineering. Oh, or is it Feats of Engineering by... I don't know. I literally don't know. Let me open this. Hold on. Ooh, cute. This is really cute. Poster? I love a poster. Oh no, this is a lyric sheet. Love lyric sheets. Okay. Feats of Engineering by Fantasy of a Broken Heart. Ooh, it looks like a duo maybe? But this cover is so fucking precious. It's gorgeous. And it's signed by the artist. So freaking cute. It gave me like Adventure Time vibes. Oh my god, it's so cute. I absolutely love it. The back of it is precious as well. Super cute. I was like, damn. And when I went to the counter to purchase it, it was $15, but when I went to the counter to purchase it, I was like, hey, like I have this record. I was wondering if I could like trade it or sell it to you guys, because I've like never spun it. Like I maybe have listened to it once. And it's like a double LP, aka bread. Yeah, and then the guy was like, we usually do, it's worth $30. We usually do a third of it, but I'll trade you even for this, which was worth more than they were gonna give me. So I was like, yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to spin this. I'm gonna go home and listen to this probably while I eat. Super cute. I love this cover so much. It's adorable. I hope it's good. This little sticker on the sleeve made me buy it. It says, an ironically upbeat track that splits the difference between psychedelia and prog rock with a 7.74 meter and a xylophone topped bridge that hints at Frank Zappa. Ultimately, it's life affirming. What a beautiful description of music. So, she came home with me. And I'm really, really excited. I'm hoping that it's like psychedelic, like rocky, kind of like indie. I'm really looking forward to this. Maybe I'll update you guys in the next video about what it actually sounded like. Next question. Did you experience any synchronicity this week? What was it? Let me get my note out. Y'all already know. Synchronicity for the week of 4/7. Okay. Here we go. I wanted a tattoo last week, and I saw that my artist was doing like an April Fool's sale, but I didn't want any of their flash. I wanted some customs, and I didn't want to pay too much. But then the next week, literally a week from that day, my artist posted on their story like, hey, I'm available today. If you come in and like, if you come just like get a tattoo today, I'll like give you like a deal on whatever you want to get, custom or flash. And I was like, stink, are you available? And they were. And so I got tatted, and I like my tattoos so much. They're really cute. Just got like some little stuff, but yeah, that was a synchronicity, because I was like, I want a tattoo, but not to pay too much. And trust, they blessed it. Okay, okay, number 2, I started working with a new producer. His name is Colin, and we had so many of the same catchphrases. Like, we were catching each other saying like just jokes that the both of us say all the time. Like, we were both just calling each other brother. I always say brother. If you know me IRL, you know that. And he was saying like quirked up shit like that too. So I said quirked up, and he was like, he knew what that was and like pulled up a reference video of it. I was like, I don't even know that. I got that from Upstairs Neighbors podcast. So yeah, that was really funny. We just like we were saying like a bunch of the same stuff, and yeah, it was cool. Okay, another synchronicity. I have been seeing 777 everywhere. It's been following me for like a few months now, like I would say since like the new year. But on Wednesday I had a photo shoot with my friend Milagros, and we did some really cool stuff for her brand, by the way. That's on the way, guys. Stay tuned, because your girl modeled for her. But anyways, before meeting up with her, I saw 777 and 7777. Like, I kid you not, 7-8 times. It was crazy. It was crazy. And when we were together, I saw it more. And then on the way to the studio with Colin, I saw it again. Like, it was crazy. I'm like, girl. It was freaking me out a little bit. I was like, what is going on? What's going on, mate? But I love that number, so, I mean, you know, I'm not complaining. And then another synchronicity is that Milagros and I kept on seeing angel numbers, or like, just, yeah, angel numbers right before meeting up and during our photo shoot / like when we were hanging out together. So that was kind of crazy. I was like, it just felt like we had so much like creative chemistry together. And same thing with Colin. I feel like that's another synchronicity, is that like I worked with 2 new people this week, and like we fucking cooked both times. So that was really cool. And that's all I'll say about that, because big things are coming. Great things are coming. Okay. Number 4. Were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. I feel like this week has been a huge like mirror that has reflected to me about how I've approached my creative process before. And I've realized that that has been a very flawed perspective, because I think I've just been really hard on myself. Granted, I was literally a baby. This is only my 5th year doing music. Technically, it hasn't even been 5 years, but I have just been my own biggest critic, as one usually is, but like to a fault, where it was like stopping me from creating because I didn't want to listen to my own voice. I didn't want to share my stuff. I wasn't proud of what I was doing. And I was like embarrassed to like take up space and stuff. I think now, especially like listening back to any work that I've done so far and, you know, things like that, I have to extend myself more grace and learning to be nicer to yourself. Wow, okay. And you see how this book connects every single time? Like, this whole entire time, I'm like, this is about compassion. Like, this week is about compassion. Mind you, I end up talking about how I have to be nicer to myself and, like, kinder. And literally, like, extending more compassion to yourself is not easy. Like, sure, it sounds nice, and, like, we all want to be like, yeah, self-care this, self-care that, or, like, be your biggest fan, whatever. In practice, it's tough, especially like being a fan of other people, or, you know, I'm not one to like extensively compare myself to others, but like it's hard. It's hard to stay in your own lane. It's hard to stay dedicated, and you know, I'm at a stage where like I need to keep in mind that all I'm looking for is the potential of these ideas. All I'm looking for is for things to grow and blossom and turn into the project of my dreams, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm looking for is to have fun, to really think about how things are making me feel, how things are making, how I feel about my own art, you know? And it's just been a different perspective. It's been, I don't want to say harder, it's just different, and it's something that I'm finding myself being very intentional about. So keeping that at the forefront of my mind is not really it's not really an issue, but it can be challenging sometimes, of like when I find myself just ready to pick my work apart, or ready to, you know, like stray away from collaboration, things like that. Like, I need to be intentional about doing things differently this time, because I want to grow, I want to be better, and I want a long, successful, legacy, legendary career. Like, that's what I want, and I want to do it now. I don't want to wait 20 years and see how I feel or where I am in life. Like, this is what I'm being called to do now. So with that being said, we're extending more compassion, and compassion can sometimes be hard to extend, specifically and especially to ourselves. So I think that that's something that I'm learning this week. And yeah, it's been nice though. I finally feel like I have a stronger sense of direction. I don't feel so lost. I know that just a little while ago I didn't know what was up and what was down, and that has passed, and I've dealt with it, and I've weathered the storm, and now I feel like it's time to create. Like, I'm just really excited to see where these I'm excited to see where these things take me, and I'm excited to make art. I'm excited to make music and to live creatively, because it's what makes me happy. Like, my change in perspective from having done like work in 2 creative projects this week has just been like incredible. Like, it's such a confirmation for me that what I need to do in this life is be creative and have that expression, have those outlets for myself, because it truly does give me a sense of purpose that is like so, it's like irreplaceable. Like, nothing hits like that. I came out of the studio session and I literally told my sister, I was like, this, I feel like I'm on drugs. Like, this feels so, I feel high. I'm riding a high. And it's better than any drug I've ever fucking taken in my life. Like, seriously, I'm just really grateful to have a sense of direction. I'm really grateful to like know what it is that I love to do, and to be able to do it is such a privilege and a blessing, and I'm not taking that for granted. So I am super excited to just let it rip. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have watched this far, I'm super excited. We're in the home stretch, guys. We only have 3 more weeks. And yeah, thank you so much if you've been on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.